Happy Friday. So today I would like to talk about a few different things, maybe even get a little bit personal, because I already had some people wondering why I do this while I'm driving, and the stresses of homestead life. So I do this while I'm driving. First of all, I live on 17 miles of dirt road. I am going 19 miles an hour because of the washboard, as you guys feel every morning. I don't feel like I'm being unsafe because I am watching the road. I'm watching for animals. I'm watching for cars. If I ever feel unsafe, I will not do this. Now, whether you feel I'm unsafe or not is your choice. But I don't feel at 19 miles an hour that I'm being unsafe. I can still watch for everybody. And most of the time, I'm not watching you, I'm watching the road. So, that being said, I wanted to show you. This is the road. So, this is what you see. This is what I see. Okay. Now, stresses of the homestead. First of all, before you start a homestead, or before you sell everything you own and move into the middle of the woods, because it's such a great idea, away from all civilization, that's not true. That doesn't happen. And your stress does not go away. It gets bigger. Family life decreases because now you have a homestead that you have to be at. And, you know, most people, when they decide to do this, unless they have young kids that are home with them, don't have a lot of resources to take care of things if you go somewhere. So visiting family is few and far between. Dodge and I cannot go anywhere together overnight because we have animals that require care on the homestead. We have a escape artist cow. There are things that you cannot do when you have a homestead. But, and some people can. Don't get me wrong. Just because our situation is different from yours. If you can leave your animals, hey, go for it. We cannot. And truly, we don't trust that. I mean, yes, we have not very nice dogs, but we don't trust that things will not come up missing because they have in the past. Also, you still have to make money. So if you do not have a check coming in, if you are not working from home, if you have to travel to work, you still have to do that. If you are relying on your homestead to make you a lot of money right off the bat, it does not. Unless you have an already fortified plan. Most everyone still has a 9-to-5 job or a job and does homesteading on their off hours. So please take that into consideration. And if you have any kind of mental anxiety, ADHD, OCD, any of that, it intensifies. because your homestead is not clean. Your life is not clean. And you stress about that. And things go unkept. Animals change things. I love my animals with all my heart, but they're messy. They destroy stuff. Like Jack, our goat, I've said before, he destroys everything. This morning, as I was leaving, which Dodge is gonna have to go out there and fix it because I couldn't. He tore down his shelter again, and because he can't behave himself, he has to be in an enclosure and he has to be on a tie. And he was all wrapped up in that, in the shelter that and it's a big wooden shelter that he tore to shreds. To shreds. So, and the girls were just as bad, and there were more of them. They tear down fences, they tear down gates, they do whatever they want, really. So in case, I'll be honest, there's people who have goats that don't have this problem, I'm sure. We had problems with pigs at our last place. But goats, they bring stress to a whole new level. They're cute, cuddly, and fuzzy, and want to play, and blah blah blah. But that's for another video, because they destroy. And we love Jack, and he's not going anywhere. But again, they destroy. In our situation, we live at least 30 minutes from a town. And that's not even the big town. That's the small little tiny town. And if you run out of feed, you can't just run to town. It has to be a planned operation. Sorry, road's really rough. As I get to the top of the mountain, it gets worse. You just can't run to town and grab feed and stuff like that, because the little town feed store does not stay open late. The dollar store, you can get dog food or whatever if you need it, depending on what kind you feed. But I'm stopping right there for a minute. People dump dogs out here. This is where I found Emmy Lou a few weeks ago, and there's a garbage bag tied shut sitting on top of this hill with flies all around it. Now, I won't open it because I truly cannot with my heart not do it, but I know there's an animal in it, and people should. This makes me so angry. Okay, rant over. Anyways, yes, they dump dogs out here in this mountain all the time. Now, see, look, this mountain looks like this. 15 miles from anywhere. So, where was I? Oh, planned operations. So, you need to make sure that, you're prepared. And preparing is a big part of homesteading. know that everybody's situation is different. I'm sharing our situation and things that we have found that work and don't work. That's what this is all about. This isn't because we know what we're doing. This is what I'm sharing with you to help you be prepared. Because in some aspects, we've done this before. In some aspects, we aren't prepared for some things. We weren't prepared for an escapee cow. I didn't think he would escape every time. There's not a barbed wire fence that will ever hold Fergus. And Jack. Never, there won't be ever. And I didn't prepare for mean dogs, because they weren't mean dogs ever. Mr. Hoot Gibson, our large guardian dog, he was a big sweetheart and lovable little ball of fluff, but not so much. He will eat you alive. Shaggy, she is feral. She loves me. She loves Dodge. But she hates animals and she hates people. I don't know if she hates people. I think if she was around one she liked, she'd be okay. But for the most part, she's just not good around anything. Ed Earl, he was the sweetest little cuddliest thing, and I took him everywhere with me. And then he became a boy dog, which is going to be cease and desist. Same thing with Mr. Gibson. But Ed Earl has now became unafraid of anything that exists. So I can't take him anywhere where there's another animal. He will tear it to shreds. My sweet little Ed Earl. He does like Emmy Lou, but they still have their problems. They have had multiple blowouts. And he can't be with Mr. Gibson or Shaggy because they have blowouts. And it's bad when they do. And he's just turning a year old. So, this is part of the reason what I'm telling you guys. Plan accordingly to have a homestead. You want to go to these homestead functions? Great. Some of us can't go and spend the night and go for 2 days. There's no possible way. Now I get there's some people who can. And I get that. I would love to be able to go for 2 days. Just not going to happen. There's one coming up that one of my favorite speakers of all time is going to be there. I don't know that I'm going to be able to go and watch her because I can't leave my homestead like that. Now, when we have the rendezvous at home, I'm able to be there the whole entire time, but Dodge isn't. Dodge has to travel back and forth an hour trip to check on animals, to feed, to make sure everything is going smoothly. I can't travel home to see my family in Utah. Number one, because I have an outside job, but number two, because I have to go alone. And to drive there is actually a 2-day trip one way. And Dodge can't go with me. So then again, he's stuck home taking care of animals. So first of all, you got to plan whether you're going to have animals or not. But I'll get you You have to plan whether you're going to have animals or gardens or livestock, whatever you're going to have. And prepare for traveling and prepare for vacations and, you know, that stuff. Normal life stuff. Because homesteading isn't normal life stuff. When people did this in the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s, that was their life. They didn't travel away much. Or if they did, it was one of them that traveled away, the other one stayed home to take care of everything. So, the reason why I say all this is because I want you to have the best possible experience. I want to share with you our failures and our successes. And I want you to be successful. I want this to be a pleasurable experience for everyone. So, I'm going to leave you guys a little bit early today because I'm still a little bit bothered with the whole driving and talking, and, you know, she does have a point.